correct.
Putty is an application. Putty is an application that provides serial, that provides telnet, that provides SSH like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Putty is used only for Windows operating system, is it?
Mainly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So when you want to do telnet from your PC to R1, for example, right now you are in front of R1 and you are using a console cable and you are doing a work on R1 from your PC1, correct?
Sorry, can you repeat that again? I didn't get that.
Okay. For example, you are configuring R1, you are configuring R1 router in a bank. In a bank campus, you are a network engineer, you are going there, you have configured the R1. Okay, you have configured the R1.
Okay.
Now you came back to your home and bank employee is telling you that, sir, there is an issue in my router. I am unable to access the second network or a second branch or another branch. There is some issue on my router. Can you please check? So again, you will go to his place.
Yeah, you have to check what the problem is, correct?
Yeah. So again and again, you are going to a remote place. It is wasting your time.
Yeah, yes. That is wasting my time only.
So this is your office.
Okay.
This is your bank branch.
Okay.
This is the router here. Your PC is here. Now what you are doing a remote connection. You will say, I will check from here. So you will use Telnet or SSH.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
So sitting at your own place, you can check any device in your network. If you have enabled Telnet there, then you can only access the network. Fine?
Okay. So this Telnet, does it work on Wi-Fi also then? Even in wireless also it works, is it?
Yes, it will work. Okay.
Okay.
Now, to complete the Telnet, there are few conditions. If I want to Telnet a device, there are few conditions. Number one, ping should work.
Okay.
Ping should work means I am here, you are here, I want to talk to you remotely. First, there should be a connectivity, right?
Okay, then we should be on the same network, right? Or else ping will
No,
not.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That is why I'm telling you ping should work. Now it is in your LAN, the device, it is in Delhi, it is in Mumbai, it doesn't matter. If you have a reachability, if you can do ping is successful, then you can do Telnet.
Oh, okay, got it.
First thing is you should access the device with the help of ping. You can do the connectivity. Ping process should work, correct?
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Second thing, on Cisco devices, you have enable password access. At the time of access through Telnet, there should be a enable password, should be there.
Okay.
Means when you enter a router in the CLI mode, when you enter, you will see the user mode, right? Correct?
Yeah. Correct.
When you do Telnet to this device, the router will show you the user mode Second, when you type enable here to go to the privilege mode, next mode, enable mode, then the third line will show you like this, right?
1 minute, it's still loading the page. I can't see the bottom of the page actually. I can only see till user mode. After that, I can't see anything. Okay, now I can see enable. Okay.
Okay. So
Yes.
when you do telnet, you will reach to the user mode of a router. When you type enable, you will come to the privilege mode. This is your privilege mode or enable mode.
Okay.
Okay. But
okay.
When you type enable at the time of telnet, it will ask you the password. The device will ask you to type the password.
Okay, okay. Is it for any device or only for router?
I'm talking about here for Cisco devices.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, and for any device also, the device will ask you, the prompt will come, it will ask you the password. Okay.
Okay, okay. So what would be the password for this? Like it will be.
Sorry.
Like what would be the password? Can we set this password ourselves? Do we have an option to set it ourselves? Password for this?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Once you provide the password, after that you can log in to the device, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct. Okay.
Okay. Now this is your PC, this is your router. When you want to do telnet, what it will do a three-way handshake.
Okay. So, all right.
Telnet uses TCP.
TCP
The TCP transmission control protocol. The port number of telnet is 23, and it uses TCP.
Okay. Okay.
Now see, when you want to establish a connection, a remote connection with R1, correct? You will send one sync packet. This is the three-way handshake process.
Okay.
This is a initiator. And this is a receiver.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It will send one sync packet to R1.
Okay.
After that, the R1 will send an acknowledgement.
Yeah, ACK.
Acknowledgement means, yes, I have received a sync packet. Plus, it will also send a sync packet from his side. It is similar to like, hello, hello, okay, okay. Like, okay.
Okay. Okay.
After that, it will send an acknowledgement.
Okay.
This acknowledgement is for this sync packet that comes from R1, and first the sync packet will go here, and for this sync packet, this acknowledgement is coming.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so
Fine.
it's mainly like hello. If you tell hello, I will tell hello.
Yeah, three-way handshake for secure connection. For securing the connection, it is doing three-way handshake.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Okay. For securing the connection, it is doing a three-way handshake.
Okay, okay. But you told one thing, right? Like Telnet it transfers data in plain text and anybody can see it. You mentioned something like
Yes.
that.
Yes, TCP is only for confirming that the device you are going to access remotely is a genuine device. For authentication purpose, TCP is here, transmission control protocol. It is connection oriented protocol, and Telnet uses TCP. Before making a connection, it is making sure that whatever the device I am going to connect remotely, so that should be a connection oriented and it is genuine device.
Okay. Got it.
Now, 1 minute.
Okay.
Now I'm changing the screen, then I will show you.
Okay. But the screen has not changed.
1 minute.
Okay.
Now, can you see the screen?
1 minute, it's still loading. Yeah, I can see the Cisco packet tracer screen. I can see that now.
1 minute.
Okay. But it's very small actually. It's not.
Okay.
It's not clear.
Now, can you see properly?
Yeah, I can see it now. It's better now. Okay, router and PC. You added router and PC.
Yeah. Fast Ethernet 0/0.
Okay.
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 Enable.
Yeah.
Go to config terminal. Global configuration mode. Config terminal.
Okay.
Now you are in global configuration mode.
Okay.
You can change the host name. Host name is R1. You can change the time also, clock also.
Okay.
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 What time is it?
Time is 8:43 p.m. Why is it saying invalid? It is actually, is it following that 24 hours format?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then it will be 8 means how much is it? 8 is 20, 43. Okay.
1 minute. We will see this after some time. The main work is Telnet, right? Okay.
Yeah. This we can do it later. No? Clock is not that important.
Yeah, important. fast Ethernet 0/0. I will give the IP address 10.0.0.1 255.0.0. Okay, I have given the IP address, and the next command is no shut, because by default the interface on Cisco routers are shut down state.
Okay.
Now the protocol is up.
So if it says change state to up, which means that protocol is up, is it? Or that
Yeah.
okay, interface is up, right?
They are.
I don't know. Sometimes the screen doesn't load immediately. Also, it takes some time for me. Especially when you are trying to change the screens.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you have given the IP address here. After
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
go to your desktop, provide the IP address to your
And
PC.
okay.
Default gateway is 10.0.0.1. Fine.
One. Yeah.
First of all, the main thing is we need to check, am I able to ping the PC or not? Yes, I am able to ping.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yes.
Now we will enable telnet on Cisco device. To enable the telnet on Cisco device, the command is line. See, telnet is a virtual. Okay.
Okay.
Telnet
Okay.
is a virtual process. So line, there are different types of line. See, console, primary terminal line, TTY, VTY, virtual terminal. So this is virtual connection. We are going to make a virtual connection. Okay.
Okay.
Telnet. So line VTY, give question mark 0 to 9. 0 to 9 means at the same time, how many people can telnet? 0 to 9.
Oh, okay. Line VTY, after VTY, is it 0 to 9? Okay.
See, line exit.
Line.
See, line. Okay. After that, we have these options.
Yeah.
So
you
we are configuring telnet. Yeah, telnet. So line VTY.
Okay.
Virtual terminal. Okay. After VTY 0 to 15, we can do 0 to 15 also. Let's take 0 to 9.
Okay.
Fine. After that, login. After that, line VTY 0 to 9, password. Password is Cisco.
Okay.
Means I am trying to connect virtually. Terminal lines will be, virtual lines will be 0 to 9. Password is Cisco. Login. At the time of login, it will ask the password Cisco at the time of login. Okay. Hit enter. Exit. Now enable password. Enable password is when you move from user mode to enable mode, it will ask the enable password. To reach to the privilege mode, it will ask the password. So enable password will be Cisco 123. Okay. This is the password. Fine.
Okay.
Hit enter. Now let's see, am I able to do telnet or not?
Okay.
Go to PC1. Telnet 10.0.0.1. See,
Oh,
PC1
okay.
is trying Telnet to 10.0.0.1 open user access verification. Who is the user? And to verify it, provide the password Cisco. I'm typing Cisco here. You cannot see Cisco.
Okay.
Now I'm in R1 user mode. To go to the privilege mode, I need to type enable. Type enable to reach or to access or to gain the access for privilege mode. I need to provide the password Cisco123.
Okay. Okay.
Now I am in privilege mode.
Okay.
Enable mode. This is your
Okay.
enable mode. So from your PC, you can check anything. You can do anything here. So in this way, you can gain the access remotely. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
Now
Okay.
see what happened here at the time of doing this process. Now can you see the screen, right?
Yes. Yes. I can see.
See, your source is, for example, here the source given is 1.33. Fine.
Okay.
Source and destination. Source and destination. When you do telnet,
Yeah, no problem. I can see the screen.
yeah.
Give me 1 minute, okay? I'll come. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah. So when you do telnet, if you check the packet, if you capture the packets with the help of Wireshark packet capturing
What
software
is
is
wire?
Wireshark.
Oh,
This is
that
an
is
application.
wire. Okay.
Okay, Wireshark.
Okay.
So this is your source 1.38, destination is 1.33. Can you see on your screen?
Actually, it's very small. Now I can see. Where is this Wireshark? Do we have to install this?
Yeah, fine, I'll tell you that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So source is 1.33 and destination is 1.38. This is TCP connection is here, the first line, and the line number 127. See the 127. Source 38, destination 33, telnet. It is doing telnet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. At the time of doing this process, TCP will work and three-way handshake will happen. Sync, after
Sync.
that sync plus acknowledgement, and then
Yeah.
again acknowledgement, like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And in this, you will see here one more thing. When you do this kind of work, when you do telnet, 1 minute. When you do telnet, at that time, you can see layer 2 information, you can see layer 3 information. Internet protocol means layer 3 information. Layer 3 information, source and destination address you can see here. In the layer 2, you can see the MAC address of source MAC address and destination MAC address you can see.
Okay.
Fine. And you can see TCP, transmission control protocol information also. Layer 4. In the layer 4, you can see source port and destination port. See, source port, your PC port is this one, 3737 here. Now, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can
The
see
last
that.
line, blue color.
Yes, I can see that.
And the destination port is telnet because we are doing telnet. So telnet port number is 23. Here.
Okay.
See here, correct?
Yeah.
Telnet is 23. Now, when you do telnet, there is a one drawback. The drawback is 1 minute. Yeah. Here. When you do telnet, and if you do right click on that, and you can follow the TCP stream. If you click on that, correct? Hello.
Okay. Last option is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last option. If you
Yes, I see
click
that.
on that, if you click on follow TCP stream, what you will see after click on that, you can see whatever you are providing. See, you can see the password also.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
that
so
is
it
why
is not
that is
secure,
why
right?
it is not safe. Because of that reason, in most of the organization, they use SSH.
Oh, okay. Okay. So anybody can check the password, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So the thing is that 1 minute, huh? I will change the presenter. So why now can you see the screen?
Yeah, I see that three-way handshake.
Yeah. So why we are doing three-way handshake? Because Telnet uses TCP protocol, and in the TCP, the three-way handshake is only used for establishing a connection. Fine.
Okay.
And when you do telnet from your PC1 to the router, you can do telnet. You can access the router from your screen, but whatever the data is going here and there, it is in plain text and anyone can capture it.
Oh, okay. So data is not safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
The data is not safe.
Okay.
So in this way, we do telnet.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, fine.
This way we do the telnet. 1 minute.